announcements. Love coming out last. Everyone should be drunk by now. Hey, how you doing? My name is Leonardo Salvatore Luciano. Trust me, no one ever expects me. My own mother, her first endearing words to me were, "That's not my baby." Apparently everyone else in my family was born white. We grew up in the South Bronx in a gated community, and what that means when you're born in the South Bronx in a gated community is that all the windows and doors have bars on them. And although my brothers and sisters and I were born here in America, my parents were from the Dominican Republic, and we could be Americans in America. But once that door closed, child labor laws did not apply. It's like the original cleaning crew. We all had our own do-rag and this too. We hated Saturdays. For people that don't know, the Dominican Republic shares an island with Haiti. Shout out to Haiti. On the island of Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic now is known for sandy beaches, cork bats, and over-the-counter steroids. Thank you, A-Rod. Ruining the Dominican name. You know, two things really upset me about this whole A-Rod incident. Number one, I mean, he said his cousin did it, but he didn't give a name. So already I'm under suspicion. Secondly, and I quote, he said this on national television, "We knew we were taking Tic Tacs." I mean, come on, A-Rod. Who the hell injects Tic Tacs into their ass? Anyway, I had to do a little segue there for the A-Rod, a little Dominican poster boy. But growing up in the South Bronx was a little weird with my parents because there were certain things that we thought was normal. Like the day my father brought home our first pet. He brought home that little box with the holes in it. It was great. You know, we thought the puppy was going to pop out, and out pops out what can only be described as a stunning white cock. It was love at first sight. My dad brought home a white rooster. We called it Whitey. You know, it was white and it was small for a cock. It was love at first sight. So Whitey and I, we did everything together. We spent all our time together, you know, hanging out at the White Hen, picking up chicks. There are several advantages, you know, of having a rooster in the house. You know, we were never late to school. Whitey had us up at the crack of fucking dawn. Saturdays and Sundays. I remember that one time Whitey got out without his leash, you know. You'd probably call it a cock ring, I don't know. You know, being in the South Bronx, my mom nearly started a riot, yelling out the window, "Get Whitey! Get Whitey!" It's terrible, terrible, terrible. I love my mother. My mother she's very coddling. She calls me 2-3 times a day, just letting me know what she's doing at that exact moment. And there are certain nuances in the English language my mother has not been able to grasp. She calls me up the other day. This is just a typical conversation. She says, "Mijo." This is a little term of endearment. She calls me, "Hi, Ma. Guess what I am doing right now?" "I don't know, Ma. Tell me." "I'm running, mijo. I'm running." "Ma, what about your bad knees?" "I have a new treatment." "What's that?" "They're injecting rooster cum into my knees." "Excuse me?" "Rooster cum, mijo. Rooster cum. I feel like a new woman." "Ma, what the hell are you talking about? Let me see." "You know, the red thing on top of the rooster." "Okay, spell it." "C-O-M-B. Ma, that's rooster comb. It's not the same thing." "That's what I said." I said, "No, comb. Come. Comb. Come." Get it. I love my mother, though, I really do. So we have married people in the house today? I've been with the same woman for almost 28 years. I know. That's longer than some of you have been alive. No. But, I tried to write some comedy, but apparently that's not really fun. But I love my wife, and she loves me, and, most people think my wife is just absent-minded. I'm starting to get the impression she's a professional killer. The doctor said 2 more days on that high-protein peanut butter diet, I would have been history. I got kids too, it's challenging raising kids today. I mean, you can't even watch TV with your family anymore. I mean, when I was growing up, it was Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Get to be face to face with lions and tigers, Then it was Disney, and then of course the birth of the special effects and $6 Million Man. I promised my daughter I'd do that. Nowadays, it's like Flavor Flav, Tina Tequila, and Bromance. And even the commercials are terrible. If it's not an erectile dysfunction commercial, it's Valtrex. You're sitting there with your family, and they got 2 good-looking people in a park having a picnic, and they zoom in and like, "Hi! One of us has herpes." Do you know 1 in 5 people have herpes? Use Valtrex. Of course, we're just sitting there all awkward and quiet. My youngest goes to me, Dad, if there were 1 more person in the family, one of us would have herpes. Like it's a good thing, The media today, it's just crazy. I've been totally mesmerized by this crazed chimpanzee thing. I mean, the stories just keep rolling in. It just keeps getting more and more interesting. Apparently, this lady was bathing with her chimp. They would sleep in the same bed. The chimp would brush her hair. I guess there'll be reports saying she used to pick ticks off him. I don't know. Just seemed that there was something more going on there. Maybe a little... I think it was a love triangle gone wrong, if you ask me. But then I started thinking, the report said there are thousands of exotic animals being kept as pets in America. And I'm like, well, I'm from the hood. If I'm gonna have an exotic animal, it's gonna be a fucking hippo. Oh yeah, you laugh, right? The hippo has killed more humans than any other animal on the planet. Where I come from, that's just street cred. But the media is crazy. They don't talk enough about certain important things, like this global warming thing. This is just going crazy. I started reading a book just to try to gain some knowledge, and all it did is just scare the shit out of me. We're in some damn trouble. I thought I was on Matrix. I should have taken the red pill. One of the chapters was like outgreening Al-Qaeda. Seriously, how the fuck do you outgreen those people? They live in goddamn caves. We're driving Hummers. Well, listen, I got the light, but I didn't want to leave before saying something about our new commander-in-chief. Let's give it up for Barack Hussein Obama. First African-American president. But he did bring his mother-in-law to the White House. That's gotta be sick, right? Barack, take me to bingo! Barack, take out the garbage! Do you really want somebody nagging somebody with his finger so close to the goddamn button? I don't know. But is he setting a trend, though? Is the first Hispanic American president Jesus de la Rosa Clinton Roosevelt Gomez Jr.? Gonna have all his nieces and nephews and uncles living in the house? Are we gonna have to open up like the Southwest wing? I can just see it now, all the little nieces and nephews chasing around the first family's pet. Of course it's gonna be a rooster. Fucking first cock. That's all I got, folks. Thanks for coming out.